welcome to your seated and standing chair yoga flow. So you're going to need a chair. We're going to start seated, then we are going to come to standing for some standing work exercises, and then come back to seated. So as we place our feet flat on the floor, making sure our hips are open, hip width, you can have a pillow or a ball back behind your back, so that you're seated halfway in your chair. Your hands can be on your thighs, your arms can be down by the side. And we're just gonna start with some nice good inhale and exhale. Now throughout class, as we do our flow movements, I'm gonna encourage you to listen to your body, go at your pace, and never push through those exercises, push through doing deeper movements. You're gonna listen to your body. I'm also going to encourage you with that too, with your breathing, that nice good inhale and exhale. I don't want you to hold your breath. I want you to continue breathing on your own regardless of how I am cueing you. So nice good inhale and exhale. We're going to start with some neck stretches as we bring that shin down to chest. Bringing it up and then looking off gently to the side. Back to facing me, and then to the other side. Good, let's do that one more time. Exhale down, inhale up, bring the chin. Exhale, look off to the side. Inhale back to center. Exhale off to the other side. And inhale back to center again. Awesome job. Stretch those arms down by the side. And I really want you, anytime that we do an inhale, I really want you to lengthen through your spine, lengthen and bring those shoulders up, back, nice and proud, so we can work on that nice good posture as well. Let's work on those shoulder rolls up, back, and down. Excellent. Up, back, and down. Let's do one more. Excellent. Let's open up those arms. Palms are facing me. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, and exhale, bring them down to heart center. Inhale up. Palms down together. Exhale. Good. Use that breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale. Bring them down to heart center. Let's do one more. Inhale up. And exhale. Awesome job. All right, coming here to the side of our chair. I'm going to show you from the side. All right, you're going to pick up one leg. You're going to hold on to the side. You're going to pick up one leg and bring it up gently up off the floor so our foot is no longer planted. Then we're going to do that pointed flex with that ankle. So we're just warming up the body, working on that range of motion. Do that nice good ankle circles. Beautiful. And that point and flex. Go ahead and plant the foot, and then let's go to the other one. So bring that leg up, holding it here, just stretching through the quads, stretching through the hips. Point and flex. And then that ankle rotation. Beautiful job. Go ahead and plant the feet. Go ahead and stretch those arms down. Nice good shoulder roll up. Back and down. Let's end again with that nice good inhale and exhale. Palms facing towards me. Inhale up. Sweep to the top and exhale. Lower down. Awesome job. All right, bring your hands, the palms, to the top of your thighs. Bring them up a little closer to your hips. As we inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine. As we exhale, we're going to slide the palms close to the knees as we round the spine into the letter C for our cat-cow. Are we ready? Inhale up, lengthen. Exhale, that little tiny C curve as we bring our chin down to chest a little bit. Inhale up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, a little bit of that C curve down. Excellent job. Let's do a couple more. Inhale up and exhale. One more. And then exhale. Inhale up, lengthen. Continue to breathe as I talk you through this next exercise. This is our airplane pose. We're going to stretch the arms down on the inhale, lengthen the spine. As we exhale, we're going to hinge at our hips to look down and bring the arms back with the palms facing each other. I don't want you to bring your shoulders down. We're not curving, okay? Keeping the shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down, hinging at the hips, bringing those arms back a little bit. Inhale up. Holding it here. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Bring those arms back. Maybe we can go down a little lower than we did before. And slowly come back up. So it looks like this from the side. Inhale up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinging at the hips, bringing those arms down. Now I want you to hold it here, but don't hold your breath. Okay, so resume that nice deep inhale and exhale. As we're holding that stretch, palms facing it towards each other. In 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Great job. Roll those shoulders, shake it out. All right, we're going to work on a little bit of a side flexion bend. So one arm stays down. As we inhale, we're going to bring that arm up straight up to the sky. Exhale, we're going to hinge. Inhale, bring that arm up. And exhale, lower down. Let's switch to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale up. And exhale, lower down. There we go. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down. Let's do one more. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. All right, we're gonna hold it here a little longer now, but not holding our breath. Inhale up, reach and stretch, lengthening the spine. Inhale and exhale. Now holding that stretch to the side. Lower down. And let's end on that other side. So really reach up and stretch, lengthening through the spine, keeping your hand down here by the side, or up by your thigh. Holding it here, then sink off to the side for one more time as we hold it stretched, but not holding our breath. Slowly come back up and release down. Awesome job. Nice good shoulder roll up, back, and down. All right, when you feel ready, I want you to come to the side of your chair, reach down and grab that sip of water. And we want to check in with our body to make sure that our perceived exertion is only at a 1, 2, or 3. When you feel ready, I want you to come into that stagger stance and we're gonna come to standing. So we're gonna come all the way up. Excellent job. So these next several exercises are going to be standing, and I would like you to be back behind your chair. So you're going to look like this. I'm going to have the chair off to the side or be in front of my chair. That way you can see what I'm doing at all times. But with all of these movements as we come to standing, I want you to hold onto your chair first, then you can let go as we progress, okay? I'm also going to show you a little bit of how we can do most of these exercises seated as well. So I'm going to move my chair a little bit like so that I can show you seated and standing. All right, after you've grabbed that sip of water, I want you to take your feet a little wider than hip width, and I want you to open your legs to 10 and 2 like we would be doing a plie squat. We're going to do some moonflowers. So we start with our arms all the way up, palms facing in towards the body. As we exhale, we're going to lower our hips and lower our arms like this. Exhale and inhale up. Exhale, lower down. If you choose to be seated, then you look like this. Inhale up and exhale, lower down. So most, if not all of this, you can remain seated the entire time. Reaching up and exhale, lower down. Let's do one more. Inhale up. Beautiful job, and exhale. And coming all the way up, bring those arms back down. Okay, We're gonna keep with the wide legs with a plie squat, okay? We're gonna go into our sunflowers. So our moonflowers, we're reaching up and pulling down. Now with our sunflowers, as we exhale, we're gonna sweep our arms down, hinging at the hips, coming up to the sky. Here we go, exhale, and sweep. So again, if we're seated, exhale, we're gonna hinge down and then slowly come back up. There we go. Exhale, lower down, sweep those arms up. One more. There we go, beautiful job. All right, now bring those legs back to 12 o'clock, okay? So they're not wide anymore, okay? All right, we're gonna go into a lunge and an arm sweep. So if you're seated, you're just gonna shift your weight a little bit to one side. If you're standing, shifting, moving that hip and that weight, pushing that weight to the one side, okay? Toes are facing 12 o'clock. Stretch that opposite arm out to the side, holding it here. I want you to resume with that nice good inhale and exhale, and then sweeping it across, and then back. Back to center, shift your weight, shift that hip, holding it here. I'm gonna bring my legs out a little wider. Bringing that opposite arm out, holding it here, sweeping across, open, and back to center. Let me show you seated. Let's keep doing this together. Let's shift to the other side. So shift, opening up that opposite arm, across the body, open, and back to center, shifting that weight to the other side, opening up, across the body, back to center, and down. All right, we're gonna do one more together. Here we go. A little bit more of a sweep this time, okay? So exhale, open, stay here, stay here. Inhale, back to center, shift weight, open, across the body. Hold it here one more time. Use your breath, doesn't matter. And back up. There we go. Bring those feet back to hip width. Awesome job. Grab that sip of water if you feel like you need to. Again, we are back behind our chair, and we're going to go into our chair pose. So as you're holding on to that chair, my feet are hip width, and I'm sinking back just a little bit. If you are seated already, you're just going to bring your body and lift it up just a little bit up off the chair. So you can stay here in that chair pose. We're now going to work our lower body a little bit more. If you feel like this is too intense, you're not going to hold it. You're going to take breaks as seated. You can also have your hands here to heart center. You can also hold it down a little lower or stretch those arms out to the front. Good, we're going to hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back up. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to show you if you are seated. All right, coming up to that chair pose like we're doing that sit to stand. So everybody is holding it here, whether you're holding on, your hands are like so. We're holding it here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Awesome job. We're gonna go to our pyramid pose. So feet are even with each other at 12 o'clock. You're gonna take one step forward, one step back into a staggered stance. Both legs are gonna stay straight, but the knees are not going to lock. I want you to have your hands on your hips, or you have your hands on the chair, yes? Okay, we're gonna hinge at our hips as we exhale. So I want you to hold it here, okay? As we continue with that inhale and exhale. So I have my hands on my hips, or I have my hands on the back of the chair. We're stretching through our hamstrings, our glutes. Slowly come back up. Keep your legs here. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower down a little bit more. So holding this a little bit more, you can hold on, or do we want to go back to those airplane arms? So we have not switched sides with our legs. We're going to come up and do this one more time. Slowly come up. Inhale, and let's exhale. See if we can do just a little bit bigger range of motion, but still keeping the heart above our hips so we're not hinging too far down. Bringing those arms back, palms facing in towards each other. Legs are straight, but knees are not locked. Slowly come back up, holding on to your chair. That leg that is back, you're going to now shift it back a little bit more into a lunge. So we have our heel raised, our toe is up. You're gonna stay here holding on to the back of the chair, or you're gonna sink down just a little bit and hold it, or you're gonna pretend you're like a carousel horse as we go up and down. I'm gonna show you how to do this seated now. So you keep holding that lunge or going up and down. If you are seated, you're shifting your weight, shifting your body to one side, okay? Shifting your weight a little forward as you bring up off the chair, holding it here, holding onto the back of your chair. All right, when we switch sides, that's what you'll end up doing as well. Okay, so you're holding on to this lunge, all right? Whether it's that big range of motion or little range of motion, go ahead and come back up to reset. Nice good shoulder roll up, back and down. Let's do that one more time. That same leg, don't switch yet. Stretch all the way straight back. Holding on first, slowly coming down, big or little. Excellent job, everybody. I'm so proud of you. This is the hardest part, is this these couple working poses. And then we'll work on our balance after this. So holding it here, going up and down. Arms can be heart center, arms can be up to the sky as we hold this. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Shake it out, shake it out. Open those palms towards me. We're going to sweep our arms up as we exhale back to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale down to heart center. Let's go back to that chair pose so we can do those 2 other exercises on the other leg. So feet are hip width, squatting down just slightly into that chair pose. Again, our arms can be here, our arms can be here. We're holding on to the chair or heart center. Good. So our chair assisted yoga flow, as you see, some of it seated, some of it standing. You can sit for most of it. You'll get more of a lower body, right? If you are able to stand for some of it, we are working on our balance and our lower body strength with this. Let's go into that pyramid pose. So now I'm going to take that little step forward, little step back. Make sure you have switched legs. Again, we're holding on. I did not show you this seated the first time, I apologize. 1 step forward, 1 step back as we hinge. So it's the same thing whether you're seated or standing. Okay, so make sure you switch legs. Lengthen the spine, exhale, hinging at the hips, holding it here. So remember, we're not pushing the depth yet. We're going to do this 3 times. So if you feel like you can go a little deeper each time in that range of motion as we're breathing through this, we're not holding our breath. Slowly come back up. Again, holding on, hinging at our hips. We're bringing those arms all the way back. Holding it here. As we use our breath and go nice and slow, then maybe we feel like we can push through a little bit more, a little bit deeper. But honoring our body with how we're feeling today, let's come up one more time. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge one more time. Staying here. Extending those arms all the way back to our pyramid pose, and then we're going to go back into that rear lunge on that same leg. Slowly come back up. Now that leg is back, go ahead and take a little further back with it. The heel is raised, the toes are dug down into the floor, straight up and tall, holding it here, or going up and down, right? This is your last working yoga pose before we go to our balance and seated stretch. So maybe you can push it just a little bit more, right? Being mindful, honoring our body, being careful with those hips. If you're seated, remember you're turning around and facing the other way. Holding it here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. reset. Amazing job, everybody. I'm so proud of you. Let's work on a little bit of some balance. So again, you are back behind your chair like so. My chair is to the side, that way you can see everything that we're doing. We are going to our tree pose. So our feet are hip width, making sure it's not too close together. We're gonna tap the toe, lift the heel, and then we're gonna open up the hip. Now we're gonna take that leg and bring it close to our ankle on the other leg. Okay, so it looks like this. Excellent. If you're seated, going to do the same thing. You're kind of towards the edge of your chair as you're opening up the hip. Now, you can bring your leg up a little higher as long as it is not resting right here against the kneecap, okay? Now, we can stay here, lengthening the spine and holding this tree pose stretch, or we can make it harder by stretching out our arms. You can do both arms, you can do one arm. Again, we're holding on always first, and then we can grow our tree, making sure that as we breathe slowly in and out, that we're lengthening the spine, making sure that we're not coming forward. We're keeping that chest up and proud, the shoulders up and back. Nice, good inhale and exhale. We can grow our other arm. Now I'm showing you lots of options. Again, your toe can be touched on the floor or it's brought up. Whatever you want to do with those arms. In 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Bring that toe down if it's not already. Rotate so that the knee is facing towards me again. Then on that same leg, I want you to stretch all the way back. So it looks like this. Stretch all the way back. Okay? We're going to go into our warrior 3 pose. So as that leg is extended all the way back, my heel is raised like we did with that lunge. Okay? We're gonna hinge at the hips, like so. We're gonna stay here, okay? And bring our arms out to the side if we feel like we can, or we're holding on. So we're hinging at our hips versus when we did that lunge, we were straight up and down. So we're hinging, our arms are out to the side. Excellent. If we feel like we want a little bit more balance, since that's what we're working, we can lift that back leg just slightly up off the floor. Again, holding on whenever we feel like we need to do that. Working the balance, stretching things out. Slowly bring that toe back down, coming back up, lengthening the spine, bringing that leg back to hip width, and then nice good shoulder roll up, back, and down. Awesome job. Let's do the tree pose and the warrior 3 on the other side. I'm going to move my chair so that you guys can still see me. You can come to the side of your chair or back behind your chair, whatever you feel like you want to do, okay? As always, we're gonna hold on first, tap the toe, lift the heel, open that hip out like so, remember? And then bring it close to the opposite ankle. So holding it here first, holding on. You're gonna stay here for just a second. I'm showing you that you can still do this. You can still do this, right? So we're still opening up the hip. We're not working our balance with this, of course, but we can still add those arm motions, opening up through the hip and still getting a nice good stretch in. Okay, so as we hold that tree pose on the other side, do you want to stay here? Do you want to bring it up a little higher? Do you want to grow your branches? Do one. So as we know, every tree is different. God created us differently. So whether you're able to hold this pose for very long, just like trees, we can have 1 limb, 2 limbs, we can flow in the breeze. We're all different. We're embracing our challenges, embracing our changes, doing what you can do today. And you'll find that as you practice this more, that you're going to have better balance on both sides, especially that less dominant side. That's what we want to work on. We're holding it here for just a couple more seconds and then going into that warrior 3. In 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring those arms down. Bring the toe back down if it's up. Rotate so that the knee is at 12 o'clock facing me. That same leg, stretch it all the way back. Straight up and tall, right? Tapping the toe, lifting the heel, hinging at the hips to look down, holding on to our chair, or extending those arms out to the side. and or lifting that back leg just slightly off the floor. Excellent job, everybody. Should be from the front. Nice, good inhale and exhale. We're only gonna hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring that leg down. Bring those shoulders up, back, and down. Reset. Awesome job. Staying here for just 1 second as we do that nice good inhale and exhale. All right, everybody, grab that sip of water. It is time to come back to seated if you're not already there. We're gonna end with a couple stretches seated and then our relaxation part as we end our chair yoga together. So again, as we're seated, we're halfway up in the chair, so not too far at the edge, not too far back, lounging. We can have that small Pilates ball or that pillow back behind our chair. We are gonna start with our pigeon figure 4 stretch. So you're gonna take one leg, doesn't matter which one, and you're gonna cross at the ankle. You can bring it up a little higher, or you're gonna bring it up above your knee, making sure it's not on the kneecap. And I don't want you to be yanking your leg up, right? So you're gonna start with that leg all the way down first, and then bring it all the way up, if you choose to do that. As we breathe, with your eyes open or closed, we're just gonna start to get into that seated stretching to end with that relaxation. As we exhale, I want you to hinge at the hips just slightly. So again, making sure that we're not rounding, bring our shoulders or our chest. We're keeping our shoulders and chest back, hinging at the hips, holding this stretch. Good, and slowly come back up. So again, if your legs are crossed, hinging at the hips, deepening that stretch in our hips and our glutes. Slowly come back up. Again, you're not holding your breath. Let's do it one more time together. Exhale, hinging. See if we can get a little deeper in that range of motion since this is our 3rd time. Holding that nice, good stretch. Resuming that inhale and exhale. Slowly come back up. And let's go to the other leg. All right, so starting here, a little taller or all the way. Holding here with that nice good stretch. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful job. That next exhale, we're hinging, keeping those shoulders and chest up and back. So making sure that we're not rounding, right? Up and tall, hinging at the hips. Holding it here, but not holding our breath. Slowly come back up. We're gonna do 2 more of those, right? So whether your legs are crossed, low or high, good, hinging. Let's do it one more time together. Seated and hinge. Nice good exhale. Nice good inhale. Inhale through your mouth. Exhale through your mouth or inhale through your nose. It doesn't matter. And let's slowly come back up. Bring that leg down. Make sure that those feet are hip width. We're gonna end with a spinal twist, okay? So hands are gonna be on our thighs. I'm gonna bring my chest and I'm gonna twist to one side as I bring that outer arm out and across the body, resting on the thigh. My other hand is just resting down my side or holding on to the edge of my chair. I'm holding this twist. You can make it as little or as big as you want to. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center. Stretch those arms down. Nice good shoulder roll up, back and down. Palms on our thighs as we now twist to the other side. Bring that outer arm across the body, resting on that thigh. The other arm is down by our side or holding on to the edge of our chair. We're resuming that nice good inhale and exhale. Back to center. All right, now for our relaxation, for our last minute together, you can have your eyes open or closed. I just want you to do a head to toe body scan. How are you feeling? How do these stretches feel for your body? We did a little bit of some balance, some lower body strength, some stretching and range of motion work. Just good inhale and exhale. Now you can either stay here and use this as your prayer, relaxation, meditation moment. If you want to end with me with a little bit of some arm stretches, I'm going to stretch my arm, palms facing towards each other as I stretch them out. Then I'm going to float my arms up to 90 degrees. Fingertips are facing the ceiling. And I'm going to pretend that I'm holding a ball. So I'm cupping my hands just a little bit like so. And I'm going to inhale, extend my arms wide into a chest opener. Exhale, close my arms together. Inhale, grow those arms nice and big. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale one more time, and exhale. Bring those arms down. Holding it here. Beautiful job, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for this 30-minute chair-assisted yoga stretch. I hope that you enjoyed the flow, the stretching, that it felt good for your body, whether you're able to do seated and standing or if you needed to sit the entire time. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to work out with you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.